Hello. We're live just in time. Kickoff happened. There was a touchback down in the end zone by Philly. I forgot that Amazon does not waste time when it comes to game start times, which is one thing I do like from them. But we're right into the action. How is everyone doing on this fine Thursday night? Big time matchup here between the Eagles and the Commanders. Going to be an interesting one. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. First play of the game is going to be a quick pass right side screen play for Philly. And that's going to get about 8 on the play thanks to a few broken tackles. But hello, everyone. Early on in this, but where you guys are pushing and shoving post play. All right. Yeah, I completely forgot that Amazon does not mess around with start times. So it just started as soon as the game as soon as the game started. All right. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. 2nd and 2 after the gain of 8 on first down. Going to look to throw once again. Has some time. Going to step to his right and just throw it away incomplete in the vicinity of Saquon Barkley. I would love it if Washington won. But I did pick the Eagles on my pick'ems. I am also wearing the Kelly green because I do fucking love these uniforms. At 3rd and 2, Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon. He's going to get to about the 40.5-yard line, enough for a Philly first down. Yep. Yeah, primary team is always Miami. Again, the whole South Florida get up behind me, but again, I can't lie, I do really like the Kelly green uniforms. Oh, Philly player down post play. Going to be checked out by the medical staff. Is that 68, 69? That's not Lane Johnson, is it? It was one of the linemen for sure, which that would suck. Oh yeah, he got rolled up on. Yeah. Right leg got rolled up on. Sucks to see. Able to limp off the field under his own power. It's Landon Dickerson. Again, hate to see injuries. All right, so Philly got the first down. That one keeping the drive alive. Next play, Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left, ball on about the 41. As he Hurts going to hand it off up the middle for Saquon. He's going to fight his way to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4, before being pushed back by a massive pile to behind the line of scrimmage. All right, gain of 4, gain of 4 in that first on that set of downs. Not bad. All right, 2nd and 6. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. The center receiver in motion from right to left, and Hurts going to look to throw. Has time, going to step to his left a bit, still looking, so has time, and eventually just going to throw this towards the sideline, incomplete. A throwaway to set up 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6. I mean, again, in this kind of matchup, this would be a fantastic game to actually have a successful first drive and start things off the right way. All right, we'll see. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Philly needing the plus 49. Hurts back to throw. Has time, throwing left side, going to be caught, and A.J. Brown's going to work his way to the plus 47-yard line for a Philly first down. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Washington's doing coverage wise. Play the sticks, if anything. Hurts next play going to pass right side to AJ Brown, slant route, caught, room to run. Going to get inside the 25 to the 22. Like, if you're going to play zone on 3rd and 6, make it so like you have people at the sticks. At the very least. It is tough. 3rd and 6 is a weird down and distance to play zone in anyway. All right, 1st and 10 from the 23. Hurts and shotgun going to hand it off up the middle to Saquon, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Stonewalled behind the line for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. Okay. I mean, if Washington can keep up the ground defense today. There we go. Hurts and shotgun back to his right for 2nd and 12. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna send a receiver in motion from left to right. Hurts play action looking to throw. Pocket collapsing instantly, rolling right and just going to dump it off right side in the flat. But that's still going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. But there is a flag. I need to clean this camera, I'm realizing. Alright, what's the flag though? It is holding on Philly. So they're going to accept it and push him back 10. It's Mekhi Becton on the holding call. All right. For the next play. There we go. A little cleaner looking, I guess. Yeah, but that is clear holding. Yeah, that's clear holding. All right. So a 2nd and 22, ball on the 35 now for Philly. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to look to throw. Pump faking are going to step to his left before eventually just throwing it away. Incomplete. AJ Brown in the vicinity. Washington has done a great job on this first drive to force the throwaways and kind of, if you force the throwaways and put Philly in kind of pretty decent down and distance situations for your defense. Not a lot of 3rd and shorts so far today. It was 3rd and 22. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to just hand this off up the middle with Kenneth Gainwell. Going to make one man miss and cut left side and get up to about the 26 before being brought down shy of the 1st. And thus Philly will send out the field goal unit, and out comes Jake Elliott. All right. Not a terrible drive. I do think doing a touchdown drive would have been great to have in this kind of game. A 44-yarder for Jake Elliott to give Philly the early lead with 10 minutes to play in the 1st. This kick from the left hash. Kick is up, and he missed it to the left. No good. He hooked it. So Philly, what was going to be a decent enough drive, turns into a disaster first drive. There's not even any wind going on out there. You just straight up hooked it. All right, Washington in a great situation when we come back from this commercial break. All right, so now that there's a stoppage, and because I started the stream pretty much as soon as the game started. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to Thursday Night Football between the Commanders and the Eagles. Finally able to do a proper intro. Again, the main thing I do like about the Thursday Night Football broadcast now is that they do not waste time on when the game starts. They tell you 8:15, you better be ready at 8:15 for the game to start. But yep, we back. We here. How's everyone's day been? How's everyone doing? And this should be a fantastic game, a game to decide the division potentially. As these two teams, man, both sit at 7 wins and are pretty much the only options for the NFC East this season because both Dallas and New York are not doing shit. Yep, welcome in. It's weird. That first drive looked good for Philly, but it also did look good for Washington. I liked how Philly were able to move the ball down the field a bit up until getting inside the 25 in the holding call. But I liked how they were able to move the ball, not necessarily going for big time plays, but doing it more methodically. And then I like the bend don't break style of Washington's defense. I think that could be a great matchup if it continues the rest of the day. We saw it with Monday Night Football between the Dolphins and Rams. You play a bend don't break style defense, it sets up your team really well for success. I mean, okay, you're consistently holding them to field goals because you never know when they're gonna miss it like that. Like, yeah, bend don't break isn't the most entertaining because you're not gonna get a lot of sacks through it. You're not gonna get a lot of forced turnovers and all that, but it is really effective. All right, first play for Washington. Daniels in shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Gonna look to throw. Quick pass right side caught. And that's a gain of about 5 for Austin Eckler up to the 29-yard line. Yeah, that's a great first play. Just something quick, something simple. Get the not get the momentum, but get the adrenaline flowing. Yeah. All right, Daniels in shotgun and back to each side. 2nd and 5 from the 39. My bad. Going to hand this off up the middle of Brian Robinson. He's going to get to the 40 just about, a gain of 1. And now a big third down coming up for Washington. I mean, okay, Philly gave you a great opportunity with that missed kick. You can't throw it away with a 3 and out. Daniel shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, bunched up. They're looking for about that 44-yard line. Daniels back to throw. Philly only sent in 4. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Noah Brown. A tight window throw. Was behind and low. Couldn't get there. And Washington throwing away a fantastic opportunity to begin the game by going 3 and out. Yeah, that was not the greatest of pass. It was. The thing is, like, Jaden Daniels can be a fantastic passer, but again, still being a rookie has a lot to learn. Well, yeah, I would like to see him use his legs more. All right, the punt comes off clean and going to be fair caught at about the 9-yard line. So Philly will begin their next drive from there with 8:40 to play in the first. Yeah, it's just. I would like to see Daniels use his legs more on those 3rd and short situations. I'm not saying he has to, but at least like move the pocket a bit and try and create more and find more open areas. Because again, that was a dangerous pass over the middle. Luckily, it wasn't picked, but you can't be making those kind of mistakes in a game of this magnitude. You gotta be able to make plays like that. 3rd downs are called money downs for a reason. But it's just, whew. All right, we'll see what Washington's defense can do now, but in that, yeah, this is a case where we saw Monday night when Miami had the opportunity to take advantage of a missed kick and they were able to. So it's just like And then and we also saw how important that taking advantage of that was. It's all just, man. Again, even though I picked Philly to win and everything, it would be cool to see Washington escape this one. To be being honest, I do like the story. I mean, obviously I like the talent on Philly more, but I just like the whole. Hey, Washington's this really not young, but just really like up into like really out of nowhere team. Like their story for the season's a lot better. But we'll see. Like Philly's backed up inside their 10 for to begin this drive. We'll see. Yeah, seeing how the O line will play today. I think will be fun to see. It's a showcasing Jordan Mailata so forth after that first drive, what he was able to do. Like if they can just create time and create lanes, I mean, like Philly in theory should be able to have a really in theory they should be able to win today with ease. All right, Hurts in shotgun back behind him. First play of this drive. 2 receiving options to each side. And this drive will begin with a handoff left side to Saquon Barkley. And that's going to have some good blocking with it and a gain of about 9. All right. That's good. Again, Philly's offensive line, even with Landon Dickerson getting injured on the first drive, and even throughout the entire season without having Kelsey, I mean, it's still been a fantastic offensive line unit. And then for tonight, it has the potential to be a great offensive line unit tonight as well. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, 2nd and 2, rolling in a gain of 8. Hurts under center. Going to hand this off up the middle for Barkley once again. And it's gonna be close. We'll see where they spot it. If anything, it will be a 3rd and inches, and it's looking like that's what it's going to be. Yeah, they're marking him just shy, so 3rd and inches basically coming up. And here comes the tush push. Hurts under center going to push forward, and where is he at? I would imagine he got it, but we'll see. I would imagine he got it. Yeah, he got it. Okay. I still can't believe that's an actual play. Because the other thing with it is so hard to tell where Hurts is at that you can't challenge it. All right, Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna send one of them in motion as they play action looking to throw. Hurts rolling right, gonna dump it into the flat, and that is caught for a gain of about 2 by Dallas Goedert. A little bootleg action there to begin this series of downs. Again, with quarterbacks like Hurts and with Daniels, being able to move the pocket with ease is a big thing. As Hurts in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw, pass right side is incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown on an out route. Too far outside and sets up a 3rd and 8. Like with moving the pocket, that is either just like different dropbacks. We see Miami do this as well. They change the launch point and move the pocket a bit. It is those bootlegs as well. It is just the ability to use your legs in general. Like it's a weapon that these quarterbacks have, and that's where I'm like, I want to see Daniels do it more, and I want to see Washington call more plays around it. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Has time stepping up and is trying to escape to his right, but the rush lane collapses and he is sacked back near the 20. So the Eagles go 3 and out on their 2nd drive. He had a lane to step up in, but that lane closed quickly as soon as he tried to escape through it. You have the step up and then trying to escape, and it just closes. And that's good defense by Washington. All right, so now Philly, after the 3 and out, going to be sending this one down. Brandon Mann, the punter. Punting from inside his own 10, going to come off clean. And bounce in about the 41 and eventually down near the 43. All right, so not the greatest of punts, but it gets them to start on the other side of the 50. As Washington will have their second drive of the game with 5:25 to play when we come back from this commercial break. Again, it's the that was the other thing with the game against the Steelers. I noticed with Washington is they're really not trying to utilize Daniels' legs. Like it was the same thing with the Baltimore game I called with Washington. It's like use more of the read options, use more of the bootlegs, the naked bootlegs. Use more of just different ways to move the pocket around and utilize his legs, whether through design QB scrambles, whether it is through like just getting him out of the pocket a bit more and setting up those easier throws. Or it is just telling him, hey, do not be scared, step up and use your mobility to escape a pocket and get out of there and take it yourself. Because that was the thing with him at LSU that made him the Heisman Trophy winner and eventually the number 2 overall pick. It was the fact that his legs were, like, and his mobility were lethal in college. And he's been playing well so far in the NFL, but I'd like to see him use more of his legs, at least more consistently than what he has been. It's just I feel like some wasted opportunities have came through that lack of option for Washington. Because like the team really does have more success when they're able to get a good ground game going. But it hasn't been with Daniels' legs. They began the ground game going sometimes. It's been through Brian Robinson. It's been through Eckler. I'd just like to see Daniels be more involved, at least look more intentionally involved with it. All right. Back from the commercial break, we'll see what Washington can cook up here on their next drive. I have an idea of what I'd like to see from this drive, but we'll see if it actually happens. Daniels in shotgun, a back to his left, and the back offset to his left behind him. And he's going to play action, looking to throw, has some time, going to dump it off left side in the flat to Eckler. That's a first down and more, breaking one tackle inside the 30, still going, bulldozing people inside the 25 to the 24. God damn Eckler, and there's a scrum post play. So Eckler dragging one dude for about 10 yards. Before eventually lowering the shoulder and getting another on the ground. Like it's not often where you can look and be like, hey, both teams were better off for an offseason decision by the player. But like Washington is happy with the signing of Eckler, and the Chargers are happy with the backfield they have. It's Daniels looking to throw. Never mind, going to keep it himself. Designed QB keeper, and that gets about 5. I love that play call. I love that play call. Have everyone looking to the right and then just bring it up the middle with Daniels. Love it. And again, it works more because again, you haven't been using that kind of play calling a lot with Daniels because it's not really an option teams think about, even though it probably is also still. But again, I would just like to see it a bit more. Daniels going to hand it off right side with Brian Robinson on 2nd and 5. Breaking tackles inside the 5. And Robinson's going to be down at the inch-yard line, they're saying. They're saying down at the 1. Brian Robinson creating something out of what looked like nothing on that play. Oh, man. So Washington going a bit of hurry up. Daniel shotgun back to each side. First and goal from the 1. Looking to take an early lead. Daniels going to hand it off up the middle with Robinson. And the pile gets pushed forward for a Commanders touchdown. They get on the board first. And that was a great drive by Washington. Yeah. Just saying, hey, we'll take it up to gut. We'll run it up to gut if we need to. Great job by the O-line to push it forward as well. What a drive. All right, now the extra point to make it 7-0. Kick is up, and it is good. So Washington on the board first. And man, is those back-to-back plays of Robinson getting down to the 1 and then him pushing the pile forward into the end zone on the second play. Like that shows how much they have missed him and missed that ability. Because like they could have used a back like that against Pittsburgh. Yep. Washington touchdown. It's like scoring first in a game like this is big, especially with how their defense has been playing today. And still early to be saying that kind of stuff, but it still goes to show like these things add up. Like the way the defense is playing, getting on the board first, with it being a touchdown, like it's just putting more pressure on the offense, on the opposing offense, to try and respond in some way. So we'll see how Philly does respond to this. Because I mean, like Philly's a team that can score quickly. You got the wide left. Yeah, I mean like that missed kick as well. Like even though Washington went 3 and out on that pursuing drive, like that missed field goal is still going to come back at some point in this game. Whether if Philly's down by 1 score late or they're down by 1 score late. Most likely that's when it'll come back. So they're down by 1 score late and you're like, man, if only we had that field goal. Or it's a case where you get to a point in the following drive and you get to a 4th and short situation from around that range, there is that thought of, hey, should we just go for this instead? But most likely the opposite was just, hey, just kick the field goal. It's not in all likelihood, not a consistent enough miss. I mean, if Washington blows them out by 21, that would be fun. But Daniel's in victory formation, I think that would be great for him. Like him getting a win in a game like this in his rookie season would do a lot for his confidence and for him going forward, not only this season but in his career. It's because again, you look at I'm gonna bring up Miami in this real quick, but you look at Tua and you look at his rookie season. He had that fantastic win against Arizona that a lot of people point towards being like, hey, this is his true level, his true talent level. And eventually he was able to get back to that and show it. Kickoff underway, return beginning from the 4. This is going to be a great return, bringing it past the 35 to the 36. Oh yeah, like Bryce Young in victory formation, that's funny because it's the Panthers. But like Washington is a really good team, and if anything, again, a victory formation in a game like this for them would do a lot. Would do a lot for the team going forward. Similarly to how, although I don't think Miami went victory formation against Arizona, But similarly to like how that win did a lot for Miami and Tua for going forward after that moment, a win today would do a lot for Jaden Daniels. Person shotgun back to his left, 3 receiving options to the left. 1st and 10, beginning from the 36. Going to play action, look to throw, step into his right, buying time, finding a man right side, and that is caught. No, incomplete. Saying Devonta Smith couldn't get both feet in. Sets up a 2nd and 10. I mean, most likely, but this is only the first meeting between these two teams. I would say if Washington wins, they would be more likely to win the division because the next meeting is in Washington. But if Philly wins, it still remains a relatively even shot. In part because both of these teams also are at 7 wins. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left, going to toss this left side for Saquon. Going to get good blocking, work his way past the 40 to the 43. The other edge you can say is that Washington has already played played New York twice already. So you know for a fact the Eagles have 2 wins in their back pocket. But in response to it, you still have the fact that Washington needs to play Dallas twice more. So they still have those 2 wins in their back pocket. This is going to be a really tight race for the division. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers, 2 each side. 3rd and 4. Hurts back to pass. Washington sends 5. Quick pass right side is incomplete. Looking for Jahad Dotson. The trade acquisition Philly made to be right before the start of the season from Washington. And it's great coverage there to force the ball loose. That's a 3 and out for Philly's offense. Ball was a little behind. Ball was a little behind. It just show the importance of ball placement. All right, out comes the punting unit. Brendan Mann set to kick this one down. As the punt comes off clean and going to be returned beginning from inside the 10. Working his way past the 15, breaking 1 tackle and down and out of bounds at about the 17, but there is a flag on the play. All right, so we'll see what the flag is before we head to commercial, as most likely that's what Amazon will do here. We'll see what this penalty going to be. I would imagine it's going to push Washington back a bit more. Illegal block in the back on Washington, going to be half the distance to the goal. But 1st down, Washington. So it'll be ball at around the 7-8 yard line, somewhere around there. All right, so not the greatest of starting field positioning. But at the same time, Washington just needs to focus on killing some clock here, get a few 1st downs. Yeah, okay. This is only the Thursday night game for this week, man. There's a ton of fantastic games in Week 11 of the NFL. Baltimore, Pittsburgh on Sunday at 1 o'clock. KC, Buffalo at 4:25. I'm still thinking about potentially calling that game. We'll see. There's a ton of great games this week. Again, those are only just the massive games. Like even like some of the not smaller, but like some of the other games that still have a lot to go. They still have a lot in stake for them. All right, Daniels in shotgun, back behind him as well as a back to his right, ball on about the 5. Daniels back to pass, looking to throw, gonna roll to his right, eventually just throwing right side in the flat. It's caught but brought down at the 3. And Prime Vision used to be a fantastic way to watch these games. But the past few weeks, they have just refused to use any other camera angle besides a behind the back camera angle. I don't get it. Show me the all 22 corner shot, man. Like, give me the sky cam. Like, give me all these other camera angles I know you have. There we go. Danielson shotgun, a back to each side, 2nd and 11, ball on the 4. Going to eventually hand this off up the middle with Austin Eckler. He's going to get to about the 10 before being brought down to still up a 3rd and manageable. Again, like the game clock winding down, 1:20 to play in the first. If Washington can make it sure that Philly doesn't get the ball back until the 2nd quarter. Danielson shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 3rd and 5. Looking for about that 16-yard line, 15 and a half. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Daniels looking to throw. Going to step up, has room to run if he chooses. And going to get about 2 on the play. Nakobe Dean. Great QB spy there. Daniels couldn't make him miss. And that's a 3 and out for Washington's offense. Not too surprising. He makes Nakobe Dean miss. He has plenty of room there. Or if he just sticks it, cutting it up the middle. I don't know why he bounced towards the outside. All right, Trez Wayne set to send this one down, punting from his own end zone. As the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from about the 44. Gets past midfield and finally brought down near the 48, 47. Oh, and there's a fight break coming to lose, man. This game is already getting really... this game is already getting really fierce, man. These post plays shit. There's been a lot of scrubs post play. And I like it. It goes to show how much these two teams matter. Or these two teams care about this game. We will see. There's 3 seconds left. So it's the final play before the first quarter. Hurts and shotgun. Back behind him. Tight end to his right. Ball on the 48-yard line. Going to shift the tight end from the backfield to the line of scrimmage to make it 2 receiving options on each side. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon, who's going to try and bounce it towards the left, but ran right into his tight end before being knocked down for a gain of about 5, maybe 6. As that's the end of the first quarter. Washington up by 7 after 15 minutes to play. But Philly has the ball in plus territory. All right. So far, this has been a great game. Definitely more so a defensive focused game than I thought it could have been. But at the same time, I mean, it's been great. Again, defensive games adds more weight to the scoring. It makes each drive that much more important. So it makes the game that much more intense to watch. If it's a back and forth shootout and you know pretty much every drive that the team is there, you know that every drive there's going to be at least some kind of points on the board. Doesn't really make it that, at least to me, it doesn't make it too entertaining. I mean, in that case, it would make the defensive stops more impactful and more entertaining. But I've talked about this before, that there is a difference in quality between offensive and defensive games. In the sense of, you can have a good offensive game and a bad offensive game. You can have a great defensive game and a bad defensive game. In a matchup like this, if this is a defensive game throughout the entirety of the 60 minutes, this is to me a great defensive game. This is 2 offenses that are really good offenses that are just legitimately being out defense. Compared to a bad defensive game that is 2 bad offenses that are making the mistakes for the defense. And the same thing can be applied to an offensive game. A great offensive game is a game where two defenses or two great defenses are head to head, and it's just the offense is out scheming the defense to make the plays. And then a bad offensive game is a game where it's just the defense making mess up after mess up and pretty much allowing the scores themselves. And it doesn't feel like it's an earned game. And then that same logic can apply to drives as well. Damn, next week, Thursday Night Football is Steelers Browns. Why? Why? I mean, yeah, I like the divisional matchups on Thursday Night Football, but come on. All right, 2nd and 3, Hurts in shotgun, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 41. Going to hand this off left side with Saquon and hands this off left side with Saquon. Going to gain 2 on the play. Set up a 3rd and short. All right, here comes the tush push. No, going to toss this left side with Saquon instead and going to gain about 3 on the play. Nearly broke it big, but good job on the open field tackling. Philly's still going to get the first down nonetheless. All right, so Philly was kind of in a tush push formation there, but you look at it again through replay, you can definitely see that it wasn't necessarily a tush push formation. So 1st and 10, Hurts and shotgun back behind them, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on about the 36. As Hurts is going to hand this off, we have a double reverse flea flicker. That gets completely blown up. Sacked back near the 50. And Hurts is a little slow to get up. Oh man, disaster strikes the Eagles. They tried it. They tried getting fancy. Oh, yeah, Washington read it like a book. That's sack near the 49. Oh man. And that's a disaster. They're right back to the initial line of scrimmage of this drive. Hurts and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well, looking to throw. Going to have some time. Going to eventually just dump it off to the flat in the left to Kenneth Gainwell. And he gets up to about the 43. So on 2nd and 23, you get about 7-ish on the play. Just man. All right, 3rd and 17. Like I don't get the flash. I don't get why teams try to go fancy on certain plays. All right, Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Dropping back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught by Dallas Goedert, and he's brought down at the 33, shy of the first down marker. 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit, I would assume. You have Jake Elliott looking to give Philly their first points of the game with just under 12 to play. Missed from 44 earlier in the day. Philly is one of 3 teams without a 50-yard field goal made. This one from 51. The right hash, Elliott. Kick is up. And he missed it to the left again. He shanked it left. He missed it left again. Back-to-back kicks. Missed to the left. And Washington, once again, are in a prime situation. Oh, man. I'm still shocked though that there are 3 teams without a made 50-yard field goal so far this season. And those are the Eagles, the Packers, and the Jets. Like, with how good kickers have been from 50 plus so far this year, I am shocked that there are any teams that haven't made at least a 50-yarder. Obviously, that was from 51 and he missed it left, but ooh. We'll see. I head into commercial break after that one. If Washington can't capitalize on this, I don't know what the fuck's going on. They need to be able to capitalize off this. This is too good of an opportunity. Here's the thing though, Jake Elliott is a great kicker. At least he normally is. He is normally a fantastic kicker. You remember last season he hit from 64 to send the game to overtime against Buffalo in the rain? Like, he is normally a fantastic kicker. He's just having an off night tonight, and I don't know why. Because normally he drills both of those. But yeah, I don't know. Because typically he is a fantastic kicker. But again, like, Washington needs to take advantage. I mean, yeah, could have been 6-7. 6-7 right now, or at least 3-7. Like, now, definitely those missed kicks are gonna come back in some way. And like, special teams is very important for success. Like, those missed kicks, man, they're giving Washington too many opportunities. We'll see. Philly's defense has been playing well tonight as well. So we'll see what Washington can do. But they're starting from the 41 on this drive. Daniels in shotgun, a back to each side. And he's going to look to throw, play action, step into his left, buy in time. Going to step up now, trying to make people miss, but unable to, and sacked near the 37. Brandon Graham with the sack. And it's just that aspect of it. Like, if you, like, those, obviously a missed kick is never a good thing. But like, if your defense is playing well enough to where like you can negate whatever happens afterwards. Daniels in shotgun, going to shift it to alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass. Pressure coming quick. Daniels can't avoid it. And back-to-back plays, he is sacked. This one to the 29-yard line. And there's that Phillies defense. There's that Philly defense. Yeah, like, you're able to do what you can in order to minimize the mistakes. In this case, the missed field goals. Like, you minimize it by just forcing the 3 and out. So 3rd and 22, Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to just hand this off to Brian Robinson up the middle, and he's going to work his way to the 35. It will be a 3 and out for Washington, but there is a flag. What's the penalty? Holding on Washington will be declined, so it is indeed a 3 and out. Imagine if that was on Philly. Just imagine. All right, Washington set to send this one down. 10 minutes to play in the half. Yeah, what has been a pretty good defensive game so far. Punt comes off clean. And it's going to be bouncing out of bounds near the 26-ish. Yeah, you can't. I mean, maybe if you're playing against a lesser tier team, you go for it. But even then, like, going for it in that situation is purely a Madden slash college football 25 thing to do. Like, it's third and long, backed up in your own territory. Like, there's no need to go for it from there. Especially when your defense is playing as well as they have been tonight. No need to go for it. You're tank. I mean, Tomlin went for it in that situation last week against Washington on the fake punt. It just didn't work out and led to a touchdown. That's why it's like when you're playing against these really good teams, you need to just play the field position battle when you can. All right, ball on the 26. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Going to keep it himself up the middle and going to gain about 5 on the play, maybe 6. Yeah, like Dan Campbell, like I have no idea what goes into when he decides to go for it or not, but it works. Most of the time, it works. Obviously, you have that Tampa game where it didn't. Which again, in that Tampa game, you probably want to just take the points a few more times. A 2nd and 5. Hurts and shotgun back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle with Saquon. That's only a gain of about 2. So a third down coming up. Big third down with 9 minutes to play. Let's see. Eventually, Philly's offense is going to need to do something. Nice. Yeah, get a good night's rest, man. Appreciate you stopping by. In have to play. Hurts in shotgun. Back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Looking to throw. Has time. Going to step to his left. Looking. Pass left side is way off the mark of an open A.J. Brown. Gonna fall incomplete. And that's a 3 and out once again for this Eagles offense. Like, Brown is open. That's the thing. He's open on this. He is wide open. Like, you have it. I don't know. Set your feet a bit, Jalen. You can set your feet a bit there. You're not like there's not pressure like there's not unblocked pressure coming towards you. You can set your feet a little. You don't need to fade away when you're throwing that ball. Punt return is going to begin from the 25 and work its way up to about the 27. Like there's not a need to fade away on that pass. You can set a little bit there. There isn't immediate pressure. Or like again, don't fade away. If you're going to don't fade away in the way you did. Basically, it's like if you're gonna throw that pass, you don't want to fade away with your back. You more so want to fade away with a kind of like a cross and over step. But of course, like that's a tough thing to do in that moment. Like, especially when you're kind of like shifting that way. But like Brown is open there, and wasn't really a massive need to take that footwork as he did. But it's a throw he has to make. It's a throw you gotta make. But again, especially in a game like this, you have to make that throw. All right, at the commercial break, we'll quickly use this time to say if you are new, subscribe, be greatly appreciated, and leave a like if you haven't already. A bunch of play-by-plays. I will be live a minimum of twice on Sunday this week. I'm not sure. I'm still not fully certain on if I'm doing the Chiefs Bills game, but I'm definitely doing Dolphins Raiders and Bengals Chargers. I'll be live for those. I'll also be live for Monday Night Football between the Texans and Cowboys. Definitely stick around. Really appreciated. Yep. Still have the commercial break. Ooh. I mean, it's the case where like I feel like at some point Philly needs to take advantage of what they're being given, of what needs to take it. At some point, Philly's offense needs to step up and fully like get into this game. But at the same time, I feel the same about Washington's offense. They're in such a prime situation in this that they need to eventually just get more points on the board. Not necessarily a touchdown drive, just get into field goal range, take a 2 possession lead, and with how the defense is playing today, you feel good entering half up by 10. But you need to get those 10 points. Especially because Washington gets ball to begin the second half. Daniels in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, going to send one in motion from right to left. Going to pass it left side for a screenplay with De'Ami Brown. He's going to make people miss and work his way to the 31-yard line, a gain of 4. All right. It's working. And then not necessarily working with what you're given, but it's just take advantage of like what has been working. All right, 2nd and 6. Daniels shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options, 2 to the left. Going to send one of them in motion. As Daniels hands this off up the middle with Brian Robinson, breaking tackles and going to gain about 6.5 on the play. Enough for a Washington first down. 7.5 to play in this first half. All right. And there you have it. Build off of that. Daniels going to roll to his right, looking to throw. Has a wide open Brian Robinson in the flat, and that's a gain of 9 on the play. And there you go. Naked bootleg by Washington, and it gets a wide open Brian Robinson, and you gain 9 on the play. Like, it's fantastic. Love the play call, love the play design. Oh, there's Jason Kelsey in the booth. Not in the booth, but in the suite. All right, 2nd and 1. Daniels shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off left side with Austin Eckler. Going to cut up field and going to pick up going to get to about midfield. Picking up about 4, maybe 3. Enough for a Washington first down. But there is a flag on the play. All right, what's the penalty? Come on. Holding on Washington. Calling in on De'Ami Brown. Going to replay 2nd down. Pushing back 10. I forgot that pregame. I forgot that that's Daniels' pregame routine. There's all the sports related stuff. Also, hey Sam Hartman. All right. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. For this 2nd and 10. Ball replaced at the 38-yard line. Daniels back to throw. Going to dump it off right side in the flat to Eckler. You're going to make one man miss and going to fight his way for about 7 on the play, maybe 6. Set up a 3rd and manageable. All right, you get at least half on 2nd down. That's exactly what a lot of teams look for. And it's just again, just set up a really good 3rd down situation. Daniel shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Quick pass left side is caught by Zach Ertz. Going to get past midfield and finally brought down at the plus 47. The old Philly native, not Philly native, but the old Eagle player has a Super Bowl ring with Philly. Now he's back being guarded by the rook Quinyon Mitchell and making plays to help Washington pick up first downs. I will say Quinyon Mitchell has been a silently fantastic rookie this year. Daniels under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action, looking to throw, rolling left, buying time. Banshee going to keep it himself and just dive forward for about half a yard. I don't hate it. I saw someone open, but it would have been a very tough throw to make, rolling to your weak side. But there was definitely something there if he would have been able to flip his hips. But I'm also all for just taking the smarter play of either throwing it away or getting a yard if you can. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to play action, looking to throw. Step in right. Buy in time. Throw left side is underthrown to Noah Brown. It was there. It was there. But that is the play call I've been waiting for Washington. The play action, the shifting to the right, moving the pocket, moving the launching point. And he had Noah Brown. If that ball is placed better, it's a massive pickup for Washington. But that is the type of play call I was talking about earlier. Daniels in shotgun, 4 receivers to the right, 3rd and 9. Daniels looking to throw. Has time, pass right side to Eckler is dropped. Would have had to make a few miss, but definitely still could have picked up the first. Instead, Washington will be forced to punt. Yeah, that ball did not have a good spiral to it. All right, 4th and 9. All right, so we're about to enter the middle 8 of the game. Middle 8, very important part of games. Final 4 minutes in the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. Punt comes off clean, going to be fair caught at the 10, and that's where Philly will begin their next drive. But yeah, again, it worked. I want to see Washington work their way back to that 2nd and 9 play call because it worked. It was open, and it's something that I've been wanting them to do pretty much every time I watch a Commanders game. And again, all it is, you get the play action movement, so you get some of the blockers going left. You have the defense shifting to the left. And then because play action, obviously, Daniels keeps it, but instead of just doing a straight drop back, he's dropping back at that angle, going towards the right, and is moving the launch point. Miami does this a lot with Tua. They love doing this. But they also mix it with the whole, hey, we're gonna have him drop back to the right, but we're also going to have him drop back as a righty that way to really mess with the defense. Because with him being a lefty, he's never going. Why would he be dropping back with opening as a righty? Because if he's gonna do that, it should be a clear sign for a handoff, but sometimes it's not. So they had Daniels fake the handoff and then open and then drop back, rolling to the right a bit. And it's something that Miami. I don't think Miami introduced it, but it's something Miami definitely got on the map a lot because of how successful it was. And it works really well, and it works even better when you have a mobile quarterback. That's why I want to see Washington do it more. The fact they did it there was great. The fact that it worked was great. You just need to throw better. And I would love to see Washington work their way back to it in this game. All right, still at the commercial break. That's also something I would like to see from Philly as well a little bit. Maybe not obviously not the exact same play call and everything, but that same idea of just moving the pocket and moving the launch point. Because again, it works. It's effective. All right, back from the commercial break. Hurts and shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball at the 10. Receiver sent in motion left to right. Hurts looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Saquon, wide open in the flat. And he's going to get about 10. Actually, none. They're only saying he got 9 on a play. So a second down coming up. I do not agree with that spot. All right, just crossed the 4-minute mark. Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and inches. So obviously they could easily pick this up. We'll see. Hurts going to hand this off to Saquon up the middle, breaking 1 tackle and going to get up to about the 26. That's enough for a Philly first down. And I think I would have preferred to see Philly take a shot there on 2nd down. Because you know for a fact you're going to pick it up the following down just because of how successful the tush push is. So I would have liked to see Philly take a shot. Hurts going to play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming up the middle, but throwing left side to A.J. Brown. That's caught for about 11. Maybe just 10. Yeah, pressure came instantly up the middle. Saquon was not able to block that. I mean, he did a good enough job there. Because Hurts was able to get the ball out. Hurts and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers each side. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side is caught by Devonta Smith and going to be a gain of about 2. All right, 1 more play is needed before the 2-minute warning. 2.5 to play. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Actually, 2nd and 7. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle with Saquon spinning and working his way, finding a lane. Somehow finds a lane and picks up about 8 or 9 on the play. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. The way Saquon can just create running lanes is insane. Like, that looked like it would have been stuffed for no gain, but Saquon spins towards the left, and somehow a lane opens up for him. Like, that's just great running there. All right, but again, that brings us to a commercial break. 2 minutes remain in this first half, and what has been a fantastic defensive battle so far. Of course, in every defensive game, you can have moments where the offense just messes up very slightly. But for the most part, like, this has been defenses making defensive plays. Again, this has been one hell of a game. And if, again, Washington gets ball to begin the second half, if Philly can do something here and get points on the board, who knows what the second half could look like. But it does feel like that they are going to need points here in some capacity. Because you don't want to give Washington an opportunity out of the half to extend the lead. All right, just coming back from the commercial break, it seems. Again, a final 2 minutes are going to be very important in deciding this one potentially. Again, with Washington getting the ball to begin the second half, this is an important drive for Philly. Oh man, Panthers. Ugh. Hey, props to New Jersey, man. They have the Panthers number so far this season. All right, back from the commercial break. We'll see what Philly can cook up here in these 2 minutes. Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna send one in motion left to right. Hurts, handoff up the middle, Saquon. And going to get past midfield to the 49 before being brought down. A gain of 3. All right. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. Actually, gain of 4. I like it a little bit more now. Hurts and shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Quick pass over the middle. It's caught by Devonta Smith. Makes one man miss. Gets inside the 30 to the 26. Hey, quick slant. Works like a charm. Hey, Toasted, what's up? Going good. This game has been really good so far. Yeah, even though it's only 7-0, but it's been a great defensive showing so far. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up. No, keep it himself. Rolling right. Trying to buy some time. Just sliding down at about the 25. Oh, there's a flag. Most likely illegal man downfield. So just under a minute to play. There's a tussle going on. There has been a lot of scraps in this one as well. Like, these two teams hate each other this season. A lot of pushing and shoving post play. No punches just yet. But we'll see. It's bound to happen. Illegal contact on Washington. The 5 yards automatic first down. That ain't great. Yeah. Oh, that's such a ticky-tacky call, man. Come on. I mean, yes, it's illegal contact as they're more than 5 yards down the field, but fuck you. That's such a ticky-tacky call, man. I hate it. I hate illegal contact sometimes. Hurts and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 20. And Hurts going to hand this off to Saquon Barkley, right side, going to break some tackles and gain about 2 on the play. 50 seconds remaining, and there's more stare downs going on. This game could get ugly fast. Washington will call their first timeout. Oh, why Washington? They really want to get ball back before the end of the half? I mean, I guess it would make sense to try and extend the lead, assuming you hold Philly to 3. But, like, I would have just been happy with taking a 4-point lead entering the half. Because, you're playing Philly. They're a really good team. You have a lead against them entering the half. You're sitting good. Especially with the fact that you get ball to begin the half. There's no real pressure for you to score to end the half. Whenever you get ball back. All right, Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options, 2 to the left. Ball on the 18. And going to look to throw. Has some time passing left side for the end zone and incomplete. Looking for Devonta Smith. Great coverage by the Rook on that left side. That was a great throw, but even better defense. Trying to slot fade with a double move slot fade, but nope, just not going to work there. Oh yeah, gets a hand on it. I will say, if that ball definitely could have been placed better, but it was still just also a fantastic defensive play. Now, 3rd and 8, Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw once again. Stepping left, not going to step back towards the right. Trying to buy some time, looking to throw. Going to keep it himself and pick up 9 on the play. Enough for a Philly first down. All right, 1st and goal, 40 seconds to play. And It's just great coverage. You need to be able to contain. And yep, the D tackle lost him. You gotta be able to contain Hurts. Especially when your secondary is playing really well, you gotta be able to contain. And first and goal from the 9. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Going to send receiver in motion from right to left. Hurts keeping it himself in a QB draw and going to fight his way to about the 4-yard line. Gain of 5. And with 33 seconds left in the half, we're going to have, I imagine, Philly calling their first timeout. Yep. All right. First timeout, Philly. Not bad, not bad. I mean, again, inside the 10, if Philly don't get points here, man, if they somehow don't get points. Also, I'm not really one that hones in too much on fashion and what people are wearing during broadcast, because typically they just wear suits. They did change up this week because they're calling the game in Philly. Looking nice. Both Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit looking fucking nice. All right, Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle with Saquon, and he is stonewalled for maybe a gain of 1. But S'mores definitely more so looked like no gain on the play. And with 28 seconds left in the half, Philly will call their second timeout. 3rd and goal. I mean, do you go for it? If they don't get, I mean, obviously, if they get down to the 1-yard line, or maybe even a 2, they probably are going to go forward with the tush push. But if they don't get down there, and let's say they pass the ball here, and it's incomplete, like, what do you do? Like, you have ball on the 3. So, like, you definitely only need, like, a yard or so before the tush push is a viable option. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Hurts play action, looking to throw. Step in right. Buying time. Up the middle now. Rolling left and going to just shovel this away. Incomplete. Ooh, that was close to a sack, though. It Hurts. Slow to get up once again. Washington, great job getting pressure there. I need to see the replay of this. Was this a sack in actuality? That, again, great. Washington secondary. Oh, and now I know why they played that so well. It was fucking mesh. Can teams stop calling mesh? Okay, Hurts got the ball. Hurts got the ball off before anything touched down. Can teams stop running mesh, please? AJ Brown and Devonta Smith ran into each other in that one. And now comes Jake Elliott. Kick is up, and he makes this one, putting Philly on the board with 19 seconds left in the half. Like, I get it. Mesh is typically a very surefire answer to needing 3 yards or less. But why are you running mesh A in the reds, like A inside the 5, and B, why are we running so much mesh this season? I swear, I've seen more mesh this season than I've seen in the past 5 years. I don't get it. Like, why? Why is it such a common play call this year? It just doesn't make sense. Oh man. Like the response to that question is just, well, it worked. And my response is, yeah, it does, but like, why? You really don't have a better play call to get you down to at least the 1-yard line? All right, kickoff underway. Going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Like, you really don't got a single better play call than mesh. Like, you just need to get to the one. Hand it off, if anything. You get to if Philly gets to the 1 yard line, they have the most successful play they could ever call to get you a yard in the brotherly shove, the tush push, whatever you want to call it. You get to the one, it's a surefire touchdown, basically. And you call mesh. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 19 seconds left, looking for field goal range. Daniels pass over the middle is caught by Eckler. Going to make people miss and work his way to about the 49. And Washington will call their second timeout. They're in Hail Mary range. They need roughly 10, 15 more yards for a field goal. Okay, if Washington might be cooking here. They get into field goal range. Ooh. If they can get into field goal range. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, ball on the 48. Yeah, you need about 15 yards. Looking to throw, quick pass right side is incomplete, too far outside for Luke McCaffrey. I mean, you definitely could have done a longer development play. You have one more timeout, and you need about that 15, 20 yards maybe. Like, I definitely would have liked to see something deeper down the field towards Terry McLaurin. Someone that is a really good contested ball catcher. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right as well. As Philly will call their final timeout. I would imagine Washington has one more play before a potential Hail Mary. Like, this play can really only last 8 seconds. And Daniels can't afford to take a sack here. Yeah, I would imagine you're trying to work something to McLaurin on that left side. Like, you're trying to get him one-on-one. You're trying to get him some kind of outbreaking route in some capacity. Whether that's a corner, a straight outbreaker, a fade. But at the same time, like, you don't need to work him outside. You can do something in the middle of the field. You have a timeout. But I would imagine this ball goes his way. Daniels alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. You need about 15-20 for a field goal. Daniels looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught to the 40 by De'Ami Brown. And Washington will call their final timeout. With 3 seconds left, this would be a long. Never mind, he didn't catch it. Through the hands, hit the ground. He really did a great job of breaking. The only reason they were not able to get that pass was because they had to call a timeout. If there was more time on the clock and they were able to hurry up and spike it or something, they were able to get away with that. But because there's 3 seconds left and they had to call a timeout, this is going to be reviewed and overturned. I would imagine. Currently, the field goal unit is on the field. And yeah, call overturned. Washington will be giving their timeout back. But it's Hail Mary time. It is Hail Mary time. So again, Jaden Daniels has already converted successfully 1 Hail Mary so far this season. A few weeks back against Chicago, and honestly, a Hail Mary that might have ruined Chicago's season. Now, this one, halftime of a very big game. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle to Brian Robinson, and they're going to be able to call a timeout with at least a second left. At least they should have been able to. Wait, wait. You ran that play and didn't call timeout instantly? Because they 100% had time to call timeout. There was 2 seconds on the clock when he went down. All right. Yes, we're going to halftime. I have no idea what that play call was. So guess we're going to halftime. Washington gets ball to begin the second half, and what has been an absolutely incredible defensive game show so far. Washington just wasted an opportunity. Not calling timeout there. You could have at least gone for a Hail Mary. I don't get the handoff play. I don't get it. But we head to halftime. And so far, this game has been great. I will say that this has been a great game so far. A defensive game I actually find myself enjoying. It's not often that I say that, but there are definitely moments where defensive games have me hooked, and this is one of them. Yeah, we'll see. We can have halftime. Washington gets ball to begin the second half. I'm still gonna be ears off this so I get in the water. All right. Yeah, what a game so far. I was not expecting this to be defensive like this. I was fully expecting this to be more like maybe not high scoring, but I was definitely expecting a like 14-17 halftime score of something of the nature. But so far, hey, this game is still gonna come down to the wire, and I'm all for it. I am all for a game that comes down to the wire. Especially again, there's one thing where a game comes down to the wire and it's between like the Giants and Panthers. There's another when it's Commanders Eagles. You know that this game, if this ends in a one possession game, the implications are massive for the next time these two teams play. For like a Giants Panthers or Giants Cowboys, who could keep in the division, for a game like that, it was like, okay, the biggest thing is the team who loses by one possession is going to get a higher pick. Whereas, like, yeah, I'm sure for the fan bases that's massive, but like, man, like this could decide who you play in the playoffs, and that's a very important dice roll to get properly. It's a very important dice roll. Because like, cause hell, this could even decide the one seed. I mean, most likely that'll probably be Detroit's, but who knows, man? Like how like again, a game like this could easily decide who's the one seed. And there's that aspect that's like the importance of this game is through the roof. But we'll see. Okay, the broadcast is highlighting it now. It's like Hurts being slow to get up after a few of these is like okay, something to keep an eye on, but what could that mean? It's like I don't think it's gonna impact shit too much, but it's definitely a case where like if Washington's able to keep getting pressure and start more so like laying hits on him even after the pass is out, like it could definitely mean something. Maybe we'll see. I still like Saquon already having 15 carries is insane. Okay, we'll see. Oh yeah, the other big thing. Going back to it, the two missed field goals. The two missed field goals are coming back to bite Philly. Because if they hit both of those, they have a 2 point lead at the half, and it's a much different story. Is the missed field goals? We'll see how much they end up playing a factor towards the end of the game. But for now, definitely a factor. Definitely a factor. Okay. Real quickly, we're at halftime. I'll quickly be right back. All right, we back. About halftime. So I haven't missed anything. We good. Second half, a mere moments away, which should be a fantastic second half in this one. Again, a really important second half as well. Ugh. Halftime. Quickly, can use this time to say if you are new, subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't as well. Haven't already as well. Play-by-plays all season long, damn near every single prime time, damn near every single Dolphin game, and damn near and a bunch of other games sprinkled in between. Or when the NFL season ends, doesn't mean these play-by-play games end either. I also called the UFL games in the spring, beginning March 28th. So stick around for that. There's also a really fun league to call, and it'll be greatly appreciated. And also, during the off season, we're gonna have a lot more not video essays, but a lot more, video essay content, a lot more research based stuff. We're only working on a few at the moment that I'm really excited for. So yeah, stick around. Really appreciate it. Trying to get to 300 by the end of the year. We are close. We are really close in that matter. So yeah. I think in nearly every aspect so far today, the Eagles have played better than Washington besides the score. Like just need to finish the drives. Is all that Philly needs to do. If they're able to start finishing some of these drives, like they're in such a good spot. Like if they finished the drive before the half, like this game's tied. Like they need to be able to get some of these drives into the end zone. Honestly, the same could be said for Washington. Same could be said for Washington. Like they are so close to being able to walk away with this game. Yeah, we'll see. I will say with how the play has been so far today, there can't be too many happy receivers on either side. The final commercial break happening now before the beginning of the second half. Again, what will end up being a really big second half. Not just because of, a big time win, but this is a game that could decide so much. From the division to potentially the 1 seed to, again, who you playing in the playoffs. And if you get a home game. So we'll see. We will see. Again, for pick'ems and predictions, I did pick Philly to win this one. But in the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm really looking forward for this weekend as well. But this Sunday slate, it looks absolutely incredible. It looks so real quick side note. How's tonight? There's only one basketball game tonight. Damn. The Panthers didn't do great. But yeah, so Sunday. Obviously, I'll be live for Dolphins Raiders, but we also got Packers Bears. We got Steelers Ravens. Broncos Falcons. That's not a game to be slept on. 49ers Seahawks. Bills Chiefs, and then Bengals Chargers. That's a really good slate. Obviously not counting Vikings, Titans, Browns, Saints, Rams, Patriots, and Jaguars, Lions, but for the most part, is a really good Sunday slate this week in the NFL. And I love how it started. I love how it started off with this one. All right. Start of the third quarter. Second half kickoff going to be here momentarily. Washington gets ball to begin the second half. Well, this is the second career game for Jake Elliott with 2 missed field goals. Damn. Yeah, like Jaden Daniels should not have 8 rushing yards after a half a play. I'm sorry. Like that should just not be the case. Like his mobility is too important for that to be the case. It's just too important. All right. Second half kickoff. What could be a tempo setter depending on the return. And here it comes. This will be returnable beginning from the goal line. Washington going to work their way up to past the third, fumbling, but picked up by Washington at the 31. Oh, they got lucky. They got lucky. Austin Eckler fumbles. Washington falls on it. And already, immediately after the kickoff, there is already some words being thrown. But who Washington got lucky? All right, so during halftime, Jalen Hurts was evaluated for a concussion and was cleared to return. All right. Daniels, shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 1st and 10. First play of the half. Daniels going to hand this off to Brian Robinson. Right side has a lane to run. Going to pick up about 8 on the play. Not bad. Again, like you get a drive here to begin the half. You are sitting really good. mean, that's what happened Monday night for Miami. The defense able to make a stand. The Rams missed a kick, and your first drive in the half, it ends up being a touchdown, and they were able to walk away with the game from there. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send one in motion from right to left. Daniels, handoff Robinson, right side and stuffed. Jalen Carter in the backfield for a loss of 3. All right. Third down. Big third down. And you don't want to go 3 and out to begin the half. Bad blocking. I mean, it would have been stuffed anyway, most likely. But yeah, that's just bad blocking. All right, Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Philly sending pressure. Daniels back to throw. Pass right side and incomplete. Looking for Noah Brown, but there's a flag. Gonna be DPI on Cooper DeJean. And Washington will keep the drive alive. Pass was behind him, and DeJean collided with him as he was going back for it. DPI on Philly. Oh, that's such a bad mistake to make. That's a terrible mistake to make to begin the half. Like, the ball was behind. There's no need to do that. Oh, there could have been roughing the passer on the other side. So, yeah. All right. Daniels in shotgun. Back to each side. Ball at midfield. 2 receivers to the left. Philly sending pressure off the left side, but it's a handoff up the middle with Robinson, and that's a gain of 2. It was a delayed pressure. Like that DPI was an unfortunate mistake to make. Daniels going to keeping himself, dump off right side Eckler in the flat. Room to run, picking up the first and a lot more inside the 30 to the 28. Play action, have Daniels shift to the right a bit, and you find a wide open Eckler. Take that. Yeah, that's the other thing is like on that DPI, going back to it. When the ball is behind, more so play the ball than play the receiver. If that ball was on target, yeah, you play the receiver there. Daniel shotgun, back to each side, 2 receivers to the left. Going to hand it off left side with Robinson. Great blocking, going to pick up about 8 on the play. Yeah, when the ball is thrown behind and you play the receiver, more often than not, you're probably going to get DPI. It depends on how behind the ball is thrown. For that one there, like, Noah Brown was not going to be able to catch that at all. If you play the ball and try to run through his arms and pick it off, you have a chance to make a great defensive play. Danielson shotgun, back behind him as well as a back to his right. Going to keep it himself up the middle, and there's just no blocking whatsoever. A loss of 2 on the play on the QB keeper. Again, I like the play call on the QB keeper. I absolutely hate the execution. Like you have no one getting outside to the edge there to block Brandon Graham. Like, how? How do you have no one even laying a hand on him? Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 3rd and 4. Daniels looking to throw, shifting left, throwing left, and going to be incomplete, too far to the left. And Washington will settle for 3. I still don't hate that drive. Getting points to begin the half is big. So, like, I don't hate that drive. But I do hate the play call on 3rd down. Why is there so much mesh? Why is every 3rd down play feeling like mesh this season? Like, why? Why? All right, the 40-yard try for Washington to give them a 7-point lead. Ball on the left hash. Play clock winding down. And going to, probably be delay of game unless they call timeout. The kick would have been good. But how do you get a delay of game called against you on field goal? Like, what? Ow. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All right, so now a 45-yard field goal try from the left hash for Zane Gonzalez to give Washington a 7-point lead. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it is good. So Washington taking the 7-point lead to begin the half. And I still don't hate that drive. It was a solid drive to have to begin the half. Just simply trying to extend the lead with how your defense has been playing. A 7-point lead is a really good lead to have. The question now just simply comes with, how is your defense going to play in the second half? And like, what adjustments could Philly make that they haven't already made? Because Philly's going to need to get back into this game at some point. Like, there's no way that their offense can be a no-show tonight. If their offense is a no-show, that ain't great. In part because, like, Philly did a good job against Dan Quinn last season. At least they did a decent enough job. But, man. We'll see. We will see. Still have the commercial break. Ooh. All right. Okay, Philly's first drive of the half is going to be massive. Like this, the way that Philly looks on this drive. I don't think they need a touchdown just yet, but they do need points. And they need a drive that actually looks like they have fight in them. Like they can't look too dejected. And they need to be able to make the simple plays if needed. Like they can't be looking too out of it. Like how they look on this drive is going to be a good tell for how the rest of the game could go. All right, coming back from the commercial break, Washington set to kick this one down. Again, like this drive can tell us a lot about the remainder of this game. We'll see. 11 minutes to play in the third quarter. Philly needing some kind of drive here. There's the kickoff. It will be return beginning from about the 5. And going to try to cut it back right side. Now back up the field. And going to work his way to the 35 with a flag down on the play. Oh man, what's the flag? You had a great return up to the 35 by Kenneth Gainwell. If this flag brings them back. Holden on the return team. Okay, just I thought he said 2 penalties. Nope. Holden on Philly. We're gonna push them back from probably where it was. So this might be, who knows. But That is not a great start to things. Yeah, I mean, if Philly wants to get the ground game going, they probably do need to target the outside a bit. And again, trying to avoid Bobby Wagner in the middle because even at his old age, Bobby Wagner's a beast. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down, barely get the snap off in time. He's going to keep it himself outside and going to get up to about the 20 before being brought down. And there you go, right into the outside. Do a little read option to begin the drive. Like to see it. Keeping shit simple. Like it's the whole like you're not out of this yet. You can still just run your game plan because it's been working decently well. Hurts under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side, and send one in motion left to right. Going to hand this off up the middle with Saquon, and that's only a gain of 1 on the play. Yeah, you just might not be able to run it up the middle tonight. And that just might be the case. I was like, get Saquon more involved in the pass game. Like his receiving abilities are not talked about enough. Like some screens, some Texas routes, flats. Keep shit simple. All right, Hurts under center, back behind him. Fullback offset to the right. Play action, looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side, wide open. Dallas Goedert. Todd first down and more. Finally being brought down at 36. There we go. Being successful on these simple completions. You have Goddard do a short crosser but over the middle. He gets open. Just hit him. Don't need to overcomplicate things. Especially when you're still in the game, there's no need to overcomplicate stuff. Hurts in shotgun, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand it off up the middle with Saquon, and that goes nowhere. Like, absolutely nothing going on the ground up the middle. Like, I'm feeling like run it outside in some capacity. Like, dude, like, you're gonna need to beat them outside. You're gonna have to beat them up the middle probably at some point tonight. But until like especially like later in the game, definitely. But for now, just to get back into it properly, do as much as you can outside. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. 2nd and 10. Play clock winding down. 2 seconds, 1 second to get the snap off in time. Handoff up the middle, Saquon going to dodge one defender and eventually be brought down near the 42-ish. And set up a 3rd and short. All right, that's something a little bit better there. Get running between the tackles, you're making something out of nothing. In part because Saquon's able to make people miss like he's a fucking genie. All right, 3rd and 6. Rule him down at the 40. Hurts looking to throw. Has time. Dump off over the middle of the Saquon. Makes one man miss and plenty of room to run. The 30, the 20. Finally brought down at about the 17. See what I'm talking about? Use Saquon in the passing game. It can work wonders. As Philly has entered the red zone. A simple check down just went, what was that? 40-ish yards? 43 yards? In part because Jahan Dotson sold that incredibly. Ball on the 17, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Quick pass, right side screenplay for Goddard. Going to gain about 2 up to the 15. All right. This drive has been great for Philly. I mean, even if it ends in a field goal, this drive has been fantastic. And it's because they got Saquon involved in the pass game. Like, if they were doing stuff like that early on in the game, like this, who knows what the score could be. His top speed on that was only 19 miles an hour. Damn. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Two receivers to each side. Two receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right. Buying time. Going to keep it himself and getting out of bounds for a gain of 2 to set up a 3rd and 6. All right. Here we go. Big 3rd down. Keeping the drive alive and being able to get this drive in the end zone would be big. Yeah, 3rd and 6. What you got up your sleeve? Hurts in shotgun. Play clock already at 2 seconds. And they're going to get the snap off in time. Looking to throw. Pass deep. End zone. Left side. Incomplete. Overthrown. Looking for A.J. Brown. What the fuck is that play call? Why? I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. Like, yes, especially against a rookie corner, if that ball is placed well, A.J. Brown is going to come down with that more often than not. But you only need 6 yards. Hell, you only need 4 yards. Because you could probably get 2 out of the touch push. It's just, you don't need to go for it all there. And Jake Elliott's field goal try is up and good. Philly cuts the lead to 4. Like, there's no need to go for it all on that play. Focus on either getting the 1st down or setting up a 4th down go for it try. Like, I feel like Philly's offense could be so much more efficient than it already is. It already is a great offense. Don't get me wrong in that aspect. But I feel like it could be such a more efficient offense if in third down situations like that, or not like that. I mean, like 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3-ish. If in those situations they realize we have a secret weapon in our back pocket to get 1.5 yards at minimum, we're gonna call a play that if works how we want it to, we'll get the 1st down. But if they're covering it well, we have a check down option to get us to a 4th and 1, 4th and inches situation, to where we just send out the tush push. Like, if they just realize that aspect of it, like, on 3rd and 6 there, like, yes, you have A.J. Brown, and yes, again, in theory, that ball is placed better. He comes down with it more often than not. But that shouldn't be the main and only target on that play. You should have something else to try and get you closer to the 1st, or even get you the 1st. It's just, I don't get it. That's more so a play I would understand more on 2nd down. Because then on 3rd down, you can then shift your focus. Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's a play call that makes a lot more sense on 2nd down than on 3rd. All right, just coming back from the commercial break. We'll see what Washington can do with this opportunity. Only up by 4 now after Philly answers Washington's field goal with the field goal of their own. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, kickoff underway. This will be down in the end zone for a touchback. Washington will begin from the 30. All right. Again, time to see. it feels like Washington needs to do something on this drive. I mean, because like again, that drive was a really good drive for Philly. It just didn't end how you wanted to. At some point, you're gonna need to. Damn, I did not realize how close the Wells Fargo Dome was to. Was to the link. All right, Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Going to hand this off up the middle with Brian Robinson and going to gain about 3 on the play. This game could very well be next touchdown win. It very well could be the case. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Going to play action, looking to throw. Stepping up, room to run, going to keep it himself. And going to fight his way to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7, enough for a Washington first down. There you go, Jaden Daniels. Using your legs a bit. I like to see it. I like to see it. Yeah, just keeping it simple. All right, Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand it off up the middle with Brian Robinson. And that's a gain of about 4 up to the 44-yard line. All right, so 3 straight run plays. 3 straight rushing yards gained plays. And it's the second play was clearly a pass. It went nowhere. I do like the commitment to the ground that Washington is showing today. Or at least on this drive. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to hand it off to Brian Robinson left side, and that got blown up. That got blown up instantly. Luckily, gaining a yard on the play. All right, that wasn't that great. Definitely room for improvement from this offensive line. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to pull guards and tackles, and they're just not pulling well. All right, big third down, 3rd and 5. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking for midfield. Daniels to throw. Trying to escape the pressure, but unable to. Sacked back near the 35. Ooh, pressure came in quick, and Philly's defense made the play they needed to. They made the play they needed to. Now what is the offense going to do with it? Because, yeah, this Washington O-line, man, it's just... It could be so much better. All right. Trez Wayne set to send this one down. Punt comes off clean, but not by much. Going to be returned beginning from about the 13 and working his way past the 20 to the 24. So Philly will begin from there. Is Cooper DeJean the return man? Why did they have him back there? All right. Just about 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Actually, just about 2.5 to play in the third quarter. This game has been all defense so far. I don't know why this jersey is kind of tight, but I still like it. It doesn't stretch like some of the other ones I have to. It's fine. Again, it's still a great jersey. I fucking love the Kelly green. Like besides the Dolphins throwbacks, obviously, a Kelly green, the creamsicles, Seattle's throwbacks, like those are my top 3 throwbacks, not including the Dolphins. Ooh. Yeah, we'll see. Philly has a very big drive here coming up. Like it's a very big drive. If they can get this into the end zone and take the lead, they're in the driver's seat. But if they can't, and they let Washington get another opportunity up there, whew. Oh man, oh man. And at commercial break, as again, Philly need to get something going on this upcoming drive. All right, just coming back from the commercial break, 2:27 to play in this one. Again, a game that could very easily decide the division. Giants are really 0-4 in the division, yet are still nearly tied with Dallas. Fuck. Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle. Hand this off up the middle with Saquon. Going to break a tackle and eventually be brought down for about 9.5. All right, there you go. Finally, a between the tackles run that works really well for Philly. And they're going up tempo here. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. Three receivers to the right as well for 2nd and inches. Making adjustments at the line. 2 minutes to play in the third. Hurts going to keep it himself and throw it right side. Screenplay with Devonta Smith. Going to gain about a yard. Enough for the first. But brought down kind of awkwardly along that sideline. That was a... Okay. It was a fine tackle, but it just looked awkward in full speed. Kind of a hip drop, but not really. Right, 1.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna send one of them in motion. Hurts, play action, looking to throw, has time, rolling left. Buying time, has a man going to throw to a wide open. I believe that's AJ Brown to midfield. Gonna get to the 49, and yep, that's AJ Brown. Getting Philly across midfield. And here comes the drive. Here comes the drive they've been needing. Washington let them stay in this game for too long, and Philly about to make them pay. Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Pass left side is caught by Devonta Smith, and going to get to the 45-yard line, a gain of 3. But there's the flag on the play. The flag is in the secondary. What's the penalty? Might be face mask, if anything. Oh, they're talking to Dan Quinn. Hold on, we'll see. He didn't... Oh, wait a minute. He didn't grab the face mask. He grabbed the base of the helmet. Yeah, no one grabs the face mask. Yeah, there's no foul on the play to pick up the flag. All right, I will admit, finally the refs finally the refs do something actually smart. Yeah, no one technically grabs the face mask. So they pick up the flag and it will be, what, 2nd down? As actually clock continues to tick, might be the end of the quarter. Okay, Eagles fans are not happy, but it is the correct call. 2nd and 7, Hurts and shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Don't need to call one more play. They're going to anyway. Hurts handoff up the middle to Barkley. Goes absolutely nowhere. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain by... Well, I know his first name. It's like Damon Payne or Darman Payne, something along those lines. Hold on. Yeah, Darren Payne on the tackle on that one. And that'll bring us to the fourth quarter. 15 minutes to go. And Philly faces a big 3rd and 7. Oof. The moments that players dream of. Be able to make a game-changing play late. And the first play of the quarter is a potential game-changing play with only 17 minutes to play. Or only 15 minutes to play. Well, why did I say 17? Okay. Still out commercial break. Again, massive drive here. Massive drive. Philly has a shot here. Philly has a shot here. They just need to make one more big play. All right. Yeah, I already know that some people are probably talking about this game not in the best of light. For me, this is one of those great defensive battles because it is two teams that typically have really good offenses, but the defense is just being able to make plays and force those offenses into really bad situations. But we'll see. So that commercial break, we'll quickly use this time to say if you are new, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't already. As we come back from commercial break. Jaden Daniels only had 21 dropbacks. That does not feel right. I feels like he has less. All right. First play of the quarter. A massive 3rd and 7. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Sending one of them in motion. Hurts back to throw. Has time in a clean pocket. Gonna roll to his right. Going to keep it himself. Dive in. And going to be marked just shy. A yard short. Only a gain of 6 when they needed 7. But it is a 4th and 1. Actually, they. Ooh, wait. No, he dived and got that. Either way, even if it is a 4th and 1, the tush push would be coming. Oh, yeah. He got. What? He does not touch out of bounds. Yeah, there you go. To change the spot of the ball, it's a first down Philly. So Jalen Hurts using his legs, making big time plays late in this one. 1st and 10 after the gain of 7. After the gain of 7. And yeah. Oh, does that right foot? Hold on. Does that right foot touch out of bounds? I don't think it did, but did it? I want to see that right foot. That sounds bad. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Ball now on the 38-yard line. Big time play by Hurts to keep the drive alive. Now making adjustments at the line as the clock continues to run. Hurts going to hand it off up the middle. Kenneth Gainwell, plenty of room to run. Great blocking. Going to be a first down and more up to the 25. All right. Now there you go. You get in a run in between the tackles working when you need to. Later in the game, when you're desperate for yards. That was a Oh wait, did they miss a false start? Hold on. Wait, I'm just seeing that replay. Did they miss a false start? I swear. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand it off again for Gainwell. Right side, room to run down to the 10. Gain of 15. And there's that experience from Philly. That's great blocking there. That's fantastic blocking. All right, Hurts and shotgun back to his left. Three receivers to the left as well. Making some adjustments at the line. Ball on, basically the 10-yard line. Or so 10 and a half. Hurts going to just hand it off again up the middle with Gainwell. And he's going to get about five and a half on the play. Set up a really good second down situation. All right, this is the drive. This is the drive Philly needs to find a way to cap off in the end zone. If they do not cap this drive off in the end zone, it is a disappointment. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. 2nd and 3. Going to hand it off to Saquon. Left side. Good blocking. Did he get in? It's going to be close. They're ruling him at the half-yard line. But how many times this season has that happened to Saquon? Where he's down at the 1, down at the inch. Because now you know what's coming out here. Now you know what Philly about to do. Yeah, knee touches. He's down. He's down. He's down short. Okay. All right. Here comes the touch push to give Philly the lead. Hurts up the middle. The pile is pushed. And they're saying he got in. Touchdown, Philly. They got the drive they needed. They got the drive they needed and are an extra point away from going up by 3. So many wasted opportunities by Washington in this one. You let Philly hang on for too long. And this is the result. Down by 2 now. About to be down by 3. Yeah, he's in. So there's still 12 minutes to play. But again, with how defensive focused this game has been, that is a crushing drive to give up. The extra point try to give Philly a 3-point lead. He missed it to the left. Jake Elliott has missed 3 kicks. 3 kicks to the left today. And Philly's only going to have a 2-point lead. He has missed 3 kicks to the left. And you give Washington a chance. You give Washington a chance. Another great opportunity for Washington to take the lead. Only needing a field goal. The question is, can Washington capitalize off of it this time? And they're going to need to. But man, Jake Elliott is having a bad night tonight. I feel bad. Like, just having a bad night. All right. At commercial break, Washington needing a great drive here. And the good thing is they're only down by 2. That missed extra point could 100% come back to bite Philly. The same way the missed field goals are going to come back to fight. They should be up by 9. They have left 7 points on the off. They have left 7 points on the board. You cannot be leaving that many points on the board. Especially in a game as important as this, you need to score at every possible opportunity. Leaving 7 on the board, like, that is detrimental. Right? Now they're showing the low lights. All the missed kicks of Jake Elliott. From 44, from 51, and then the extra point. Somehow, all of them missing to the left. I think that's actually impressive. All right, kick will be returned from inside the 5 and going to work their way to about the 30. So Washington don't need the full 70, but they do probably want at least the 25-30. I mean, yeah, they're showing the highlights here. Quinyon Mitchell has held his own a lot tonight against Terry McLaurin. It is really impressive. Like, Quinyon Mitchell is a standout. That has not been talked about a lot this season. In part because he doesn't really get the interceptions and all that. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side, going to look to throw. Has time, pass over the middle to a wide open receiver, is caught. That's a gain of about 9. All right, that's a great way to start the drive. How do you build off of it is the question. How are you going to build off of it? Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options on each side. Going to hand it off up the middle of Brian Robinson. That's a gain of 2. Enough for the first down up to the 40-yard line. All right. That ain't bad, but obviously you kind of want a little bit more. Daniels under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Receivers sent in motion, right to left. Play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming in quick. Going to try and throw the tight end screen, but incomplete. You can have a great play to begin a drive, but it's how do you build off of it? And they just haven't so far. In part because this Philly front 7 is doing a fantastic job of generating pressure from both sides. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options on each side. Gotta get the ball to McLaurin at some point. Throwing left side, has the man open, is Zach Ertz for the first down and more past midfield to about the 43. Very quick seam route thrown by Daniels. It works really well. That's a great throw. Daniels going to roll to his right after play action, looking to throw. Passing right side, that is caught along the sideline, and there he is. Terry McLaurin, the first time tonight, gain of 10, keeping the drive moving. Be like, that throw to the seam to Ertz on that previous play. That's a great throw, man. That was a great throw. So was that one there. It was like, when it comes to those seam routes, it is really like, hey, you see the window instantly, just throw it instantly. Daniels under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side, going to play action, looking to throw. Rolling right. Wide open receiver in the flat, going to be caught. And that's a gain of about 10. Maybe rolling gain of 9. Hey, back-to-back plays to get the rolling Jaden out to the right, and it is working. Both of them worked. Using his legs a bit more, giving him that extra time, and making the reads easier, limiting him to only half the field. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left on what looks like second and inches. Philly sending pressure, handoff up the middle with Robinson. And going to be stuffed at the line. Jalen Carter. Big time play to force a third down. I don't fully love the decision to hand it off up the middle there. I don't fully love it. I mean, you're in field goal range, so it's like you're gonna be able to get the points nonetheless here in theory. 3rd and 1, just under 9 minutes to play. Daniels under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. You need to get the snap off. They do. Handoff up the middle, Robinson. And there's just absolutely zero room to run. A loss of about 2 on the play. I 100% do not like that play call. 100% do not like that play call. Like that's a play. Like that play should have been a play action boot to the left, and let Daniels pick it up himself. Nice. 4th and 2, keeping the offense on the field. Daniels under center, back behind him. 8 minutes to play. Going to be a botch play, rolling right, using his legs, trying to find a lane, and nothing. That play was botched from the start. And Philly's defense makes a massive 4th down stand on once again a decision I do not agree with Washington. Oh yeah, he bobbled the snap. It was supposed to be it was either supposed to be a handoff or a play action boot. But he bobbled the snap. I do not back to back. I do not like the decisions. All right, brings us to a commercial break, and now you take the points. I know the analytics said to go for it, but no, you're playing Philly. Take the lead. I don't get it. And this is coming again. I am a massive fan of the whole analytics, advanced stats, and all that for the NFL. But at the same time, I'm also a big advocate for not fully taking those to heart. So in a situation like this, you take the lead. Your defense has been playing well today. Take the fucking points. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, yes, in the second half, their defense hasn't been playing the greatest. But at the same time, yes, they have. I just don't get it. You take the points when you can against a team like this. You have to. You have to. Now, if they're playing, you try and get them to jump there 100%. I fully agree with the offense being out on the field initially. But what the idea should have been is you have the offense on the field, you can try and get them to jump, and then from there, you just kick the field goal. I straight up do not understand going for it there. I just don't get it. I just straight up do not get it. You have to take the points in a game like this. You have to. There is no reason not to take the point. None. Besides just trying, there's just no reason not to take the points. Yeah, that play was botched from the start. You take the points. I swear, man. I swear. And watch, Washington's gonna lose this game right now by probably only by 2. Their defense is gonna make a play here. That would have put them in such a better situation if they took in the points. All right, back from the commercial break. Hurts in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receivers to the right, and send one of them in motion. Handoff up the middle with Saquon. Gonna gain about 2 on the play. You're putting so much pressure on your defense, not taking the points there. So much pressure. Simple. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Hurts and shotgun back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 7. Receiver sent in motion from left to right. Gonna play action. Look to throw. Hurts has time. Throw in right side. Wide ass open. Dallas Goedert. Pass fumble. He fumbled but picked up. Picked up into about the 35. Wow. Philly got lucky as hell. Oh, that's a beautiful peanut punch. Oh my god. But they got lucky as hell. There was another tight end there. that was so close to being one of the most beautiful forced fumbles and game-changing plays we've seen. Hurts and shotgun gonna hand this off up the middle with Saquon. Gonna be stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. That peanut punch. I need to see. I need to get the name of whoever did it. I need to show him respect. Jartavius Martin with one of the most beautiful peanut punches in a season full of beautiful peanut punches. And what was nearly a game-changing play. That was such a beautiful peanut punch. My god. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Has time. Pass left side is caught by A.J. Brown and will be tagged down. What, near 25, 23-ish, somewhere around there. Third and 3. Big third down for Washington's defense. Hurts in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Looking for the 20-yard line. Hurts going to hand this off to Saquon. Right side. Beautiful blocking. The 10. The 5. Saquon Barkley. Untouched. 23 yards. That's an 8-point lead for Philly. That's why you... I mean, probably wouldn't have mattered. But that's why you take the points. Because now instead of being down by 9, you're down by 6. That's where you take the points. That is why you take the points. Simple. You take the points because now you'd be down by 6 instead of being down by 9. The extra point is up and good. I missed it for a second again. You take the points because you would be down by 6 instead of being down by 9. Well, there's a chance you're down by 5. Because Philly probably goes for 2. And if you stop that, you're going down by 5. So you're still in it's still a 1 possession game if you take the points. Instead, with just under 5 minutes to play, Washington is down by 9. You take the points. It's that simple. Like you cannot leave points on the board. You just can't. You just straight up can't leave points on the board. All right. All right. At commercial break, Washington has a very big drive coming up. A very big drive. You need points. You need points. It don't matter what. I mean, touchdowns obviously much more preferred, but you need points. Don't really matter what points. You need points. You need to make this a one possession game and allow your defense to make a play. Like they nearly did on that drive. I still cannot get over that peanut punch, man. That was a huge. The amount of absolutely beautiful peanut punches in the NFL this season is truly amazing. Like it is fantastic. It is fantastic the amount of peanut punches. All right, just coming back from the commercial break. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Philly's defense has really stepped up the second half. Or better yet, their offense has finally stepped up. Kickoff underway, gonna be down in the end zone for a touchback. Washington will begin this drive from the 70. But like I said, this game was gonna come down to the next touchdown. Philly has had the last two, and they're now up by 9. So we'll see. Well, yeah, a 9-point lead with this amount of time left, with how the offense has been playing tonight. A lot to come back from. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action, look to throw. Has time, pass deep, left side is picked off. Intercepted at the 47 by Reed Blankenship. And that might just about do it. 4:50 to play. The Eagles have completely dominated this second half of action. The pass was behind. It was behind and low, and Blankenship makes an incredible play on the ball. Amazon, you serious? You're going to another commercial break? Damn, okay. That's a killer. That is a killer. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Ugh. Saquon Barkley has been tackled at the 1 or 2 yard line 10 different times this season. Following those plays, he was touched the ball 3 times with only 1 score to answer for it. Every other time, it's been a tush push. Jeez, man. I still like commercial break. Oh man. Again, I have Philly for pick'ems. I'm wearing the Philly jersey, but man, I wanted this game to be so much better. And not better. I still have really liked how this game has been going so far. The defensive game and all that. I just wish it was a closer. I just wish the final few minutes wasn't this sloppy from Washington. Like Washington has played this quarter so poorly. It's infuriating. Gonna toss this left side with Saquon. First play of the drive. Gonna get inside the 40 to about the 42. Or to the 38, my bad. Washington is already calling timeouts. That just goes to show how true they are, man. God damn it, Washington. Like, your defense played so well for the majority of this game. You just let Philly hang in too long. It's just that you let them hang in too long. And because of that, you're in this situation. You let them hang. And now they're dragging you by the boat. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 3. Gonna toss this right side for Saquon. Fantastic blocking up the middle. Nothing but green grass ahead. The 5. Touchdown, Philly. Oh my God. They're already dead, Philly. Stop it. They're already dead. Saquon Barkley. From 38 yards out. Untouched. From 38 yards out. On a toss play. God fucking hell. Saquon Barkley. What a play. You let Philly hang, they will eventually make you pay. And now they're an extra point away from making this a 16-point game with 4.5 to go. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. I mean, it's only a 2-possession game. We'll see how quickly Washington can score, but now they need touchdown drives. And they haven't had one since the second quarter. Or further. They haven't had one since I think their second or third drive of the game. And now they're in desperate need of something. And to think how much different these past 5 minutes could have been. Or whatever it was, had they just taken the points. Because again, you take the points there, you play that previous drive that you threw the pick on, you play that drive so differently. And then with playing that drive differently, who knows if you're even in this situation. It's the sloppiness, man. It's the sloppiness out of Washington. It's the sloppiness late in this game, man. It shows how young again. It shows how much of a surprise the success this year was, and that they still have a lot to learn as a team. But man, Philly, they do not go down without a fight. And once you let them get a punch in, they do not stop. But we'll see. Washington has had miracles before this season, but this is going to be a very tough miracle to get. But we'll see. Still a commercial break, showing the commercial for next week's Thursday night football game between the Steelers and Browns. On top of that, on Sunday, I will at least be doing 2 games, the Dolphins-Raiders game, as well as the Bengals-Chargers game, with the potential of doing the Bills-Chiefs game. We'll see. I'll also be doing Monday Night Football between the Cowboys and Texans. So if you're new, subscribe, be greatly appreciated. Leave a like if you haven't already as well. As we await the final 4.5 minutes of this game, kickoff underway. Going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington will begin from the 30. All right. I'm going to see what Washington can cook up here. They're going to need to score quick, though. That's the thing. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Pressure coming in quick, gonna dump it off to the right with a screen play to Eckler. That's a gain of about 6, maybe 7. The other downside is Washington only has 2 timeouts. So they need to score before the 2-minute warning. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers each side looking to throw. Gonna pump fake, roll right, pass to the flat to Eckler, is caught and pushed out of bounds for no gain. Clock continues to run. They might give him a yard. Either way, 3rd down coming up. A big 3rd down here. First game with 20-plus points in the quarter since week 8 last year, also against Washington. Damn. 3rd and 2. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Quick pass right side is caught by Zach Ertz. An incredible one-hand grab. Oh no, it's saying he dropped it. Okay, there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play either way to probably keep this drive alive. I thought he grabbed that for a second. Would have been incredible. I will say with camera angles that they have on Prime Vision, sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a drop or not. Oh no, they're picking up the flag. So is they 3rd down? It should be 4th down. So they picked up the flag. It will be 4th and 2. Oh no, they're saying okay. So they're saying he did catch it. Okay. So an incredible one hand grab by Zach Ertz. Going to be a 1st down at the 42-yard line. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Going to look to throw. Pocket not really there. Pass over the middle is short, incomplete. Just under 3.5 to play. They need to score in a minute and a half. Because they have no timeouts, they need to score in at least a minute, in at most. At most a minute 45. You cannot take too long to score here, because most likely you're not getting the onside kick. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw 2nd and 10. Pressure came instantly. Throw right side's incomplete, low and away. But there's a flag on the play, most likely roughing the passer, I would imagine. Looked like the defender came in high there. Personal foul, roughing the passer is the call. Yeah, the defender hit him high. 15 yards, automatic 1st down. And the drive stays alive. 3:25 to play. Okay, yeah, he got him high. But come on. Come on. It's a good sell job by Jaden Daniels. I will say that. He did sell that. That was a harder hit than it actually looked like. Daniels looking to throw on 1st and 10. Rolling to the right. Going to keep it himself and getting out of bounds after a gain of 5. Love that play. Love that play. But it's also the case where not only do you need to score and get a touchdown, you need the 2-point conversion as well. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, going to hand it off up the middle with Brian Robinson. That's a gain of about 6 for the Gain of about 6, enough for a Washington first down. We gotta go a bit of hurry up here. 3 minutes to play. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Gotta score quick. Daniels looking to throw. Quick pass right side to an open Zach Ertz is caught. Going to get the same gain of 9. Got out of bounds after picking up 9. All right, Washington. I mean, again, you take the points because now in the situation only down by 13. You don't need to get a 2-point conversion. But instead, you need to get 2. 2nd and 1. Daniels in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Ball on the 23. Going to shift it back to his right. Looking to throw. Not going to hand it off. And that loses 4. What the fuck is that play call? Why are you calling halfback draw down by 16, needing a score before the 2-minute warning hit? 3rd and 5, Daniels, shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Just under 2.5 to play. Ball now on the 28-yard line. They hand it off up to middle, and they don't get the first. What the fuck are you doing, Washington? I'm saying that, and then I realize that Cliff Kingsbury is the OC, and I'm even more confused because he was doing this shit, but it wasn't simple handoffs like that. It was Kyler Murray getting the simple bad runs. As we've hit the 2-minute warning with a 4th and 2 coming up. Pass game was working. The pass game was working the entire drive. Why the fuck do you hand it off twice? Like, I don't get that play calling at all. Or at least be creative with the handoffs. Don't do a halfback draw. Don't do a fucking inside zone. If you're going to run the ball with anyone in this situation, it needs to be with Jaden Daniels. And it needs to be runs that are also, it needs to be RPOs with Jaden Daniels. Like design QB run RPO. That's what it needs to be. All right, 4th and 2. Not even going to take a long commercial break for the 2-minute warning. I respect it. Pretty much the game is on the line here. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well, needing the 22-yard line. Ball on the 24. Now 2 receivers to each side after motioning the tight end. Daniels to throw. Pass time. Pass over the middle. It's caught by Zach Ertz. Gain of 4. Keeping the drive alive. But you got to hurry up and you got to find the end zone quick. As we're getting to the point where it might be too little too late. Daniels alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. We're going to screenplay. Screenplay right side to Noah Brown picks up 4. Cliff Kingsbury, what the fuck are you doing? Just under a minute and a half to play. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw again. Pass time. Going to dump off to the flat and tackled inbounds for a gain of 2. There's a minute left to play. At this point, yeah, there's not a whole lot Washington's defense will be even able to do. Daniels alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw again. Pocket coming in quick. And the pass over the middle, caught but brought down inbounds at the 5. The sloppiness. Just the not understanding the situation here by Washington. First and goal from the 5. Daniels in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Quick pass right side is incomplete. Looking for Zach Ertz. There is 30 seconds exactly left to play. Washington only has 2 timeouts. they're going to need the onside kick. At least if you score before the 2-minute warning or shortly into the 2-minute warning, you're able to still get the ball back, but there's not a lot of time left. Or at least if you score before 2-minute warning, you are able to get the ball back with a good amount of time left. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 31 seconds left on the clock. Daniels looking to throw. Pass end zone caught. Zach Ertz. Touchdown Washington. They make it a 10-point game with about 27 seconds to play. And now they need the onside kick. Well, now they need a 2-point conversion, first off. If they don't get this, it's pretty much game over with 28 seconds left. If they get this, they then need the onside kick. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. You need 2 yards. And there's a timeout called, I believe, by Philly. Yep, Philly calls their first timeout. They make this stand here on a 2-point try, the game's over. They don't, they would need the onside kick. Cliff Kingsbury confuses me. He legit confuses me. All right, Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. You need 2 yards. Daniels to throw. Has time, and that time is quickly expiring. Stepping up, rolling right, buying time though. Going to look for the end zone, back of the end zone. What a catch! They're saying he didn't get his feet in, but Zach Ertz still in great grab. Being guarded in the back of the end zone. Couldn't get his feet in, so it falls incomplete. Wait. No, wait. I think he only gets 1 in. Yeah, I think he only gets 1 foot in. It is close, though. That is incredible concentration and grab by Ertz. Wait, did he get it in? It depends on that right foot. Did it ever touch the ground? Because if it did, that's an incredible grab for 2. Just did that right foot touch the ground? Oh, it's close. Wait, it is close. Hold on. It's going to be reviewed. That is close. It did. It did touch. That is a conversion. That is a successful 2-point conversion. Washington is still in this game. That is a successful 2-point try. They just need the extra point. They just need the onside kick. And they have a shot to tie this game and send it to overtime. Yeah, official review. Call will be overturned from incomplete to a successful try. At least it should be, from the angles we've seen. This will give Washington a chance to keep the game alive with an onside kick, 28 seconds, and 2 timeouts. But again, if they don't get the onside kick, there's not enough time left. They're taking a while to review this. It seems like that it's good. Yeah, okay, that's a perfect angle. It touches, he gets it 2 feet in. What an incredible grab by Zach Ertz. Being completely blanketed by Cooper DeJean. Oh, is the question possession? Okay, no, they said call on the field's reversed. The 2-point try is successful. Okay, Washington, you need the onside kick. You need the onside kick. It's not a very high shot. 2 out of 30 have been successful so far. As Philly calls their second timeout. Not a lot of onside kicks have been successful this season. What is your go-to? What in practice, when you do practice the onside kick, what is your typical like go-to successful one? Because you're gonna need it here to just keep the game alive. The thing is though, like it doesn't seem like Washington has a good 2-point play. So even if they get this onside kick and they get in the end zone, I don't know if they get it too. Zane Gonzalez 0 for 5 on onside kicks in his career. Gonna need one here to keep the game alive. There's the kick. And it is recovered by Philly. Dallas Goedert recovers the onside kick. And they just need one knee down. But knowing Dan Quinn, he's going to draw this out for no reason. So Philly somehow, and not somehow, an 8-point win for Philly. That's a terrible kick. That was right to him. But man, this was a sloppy. I mean, not sloppy. That's a bad way to put it, but it's also the only way I can think about putting it. There was one knee down, and no timeouts being called. That's gonna do it. Final score 26-18. Philly takes a strong lead within the division. They now technically have a 2-game lead in the division because they have the head-to-head for right now. What a game. This again, I'm saying sloppy, but that's not exactly the right way to put it. I don't fully know how to put how this game was. So I'm just going to say sloppy. This was a sloppy game, at least offensively. It was a great game defensively by both sides for the majority of this. It was a great game. Fuck, it was a really good game. And this is going to be a matchup to watch when they see each other again in Washington. But thank you all for tuning in. Again, I'll be back Sunday for Dolphins Raiders. Stick around for that. Really appreciate it. See you all on Sunday. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.